At any point in life, we have a choice. Universe always gives us the privilege of having a free will. No one has a power over our spirit. Numerology begins with a strong belief in the idea of rebirth or reincarnation. It is said that a part of our birth names is indicative of our achievements in the past lives. So, which part is it? Well, it's the soul urge number, also known as our deepest desire. There is a reason behind why we want certain things very deeply. Perhaps they carry memories of our past lives. The soul urge 1 is said to be indicative of leadership 1 in the past life. The soul urge 9 is said to be indicative of wisdom 1 by facing extreme challenges. Personally speaking, I do not know whether the concept of rebirth is a truth or a myth, but I definitely remember studying in school about the law of conservation of energy, which says energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one object to another or one form to another. And a life force is an electromagnetic energy. It is said that just like the way we change clothes, we also change our worn out bodies and enter new ones. Everything about us is being chosen by us and is for our best. And standing at any point of time, we can choose something else as well. After the 1, 2 and 3s, it is the time for 4, 5 and 6. And we have D, M and V as the 4s. D is purely a 4, M is a 13 by 4 and V is a 22 by 4. The basic characteristics of a 4 is to solidify, establish and stabilize. 4 is a very practical and logical number and works mostly on the material plane. The letter D has all the qualities of 4 and when activated during a peak cycle tries to stabilize and organize things around. The ultimate agenda of the 4 is to always strengthen the foundations and at the same time remain a little low profile as well. 4 tends to resist and avoid change. Hence, it is better not to place two 4s together in a name, as that might create hindrances in travel. M is a 13 by 4 and a 13 when activated during a peak cycle might bring about unexpected changes. Old running cycles would be ended and progress towards new ones would be happening. 13 is also indicative of a lot of hard work that has to be done. Sometimes you have to accommodate and sacrifice more than the others around you. As 13 brings drastic changes, 2 consecutive 13s placed together in one name can be difficult, rather very difficult to handle. V is a 22-4. 22 is a master number known as the master builder. 22 has all the power of double 2s coupled with the power of a 4. This gives strong imagination and strong practicality with it. However, sometimes imagination can rule over practicality totally. An activated V during a peak cycle can be seen to be a little unpredictable because of this dual nature that it has. It can either be building a vast empire or it can totally waste the resources. V, when appears with a U, there can be losses through wrong investment plans or wrong speculations. E, N and W are the 5s. The 5s love freedom above all else. 5s love absorbing knowledge, 5s are entertaining, 5s are impulsive, changeable and have a terrific ability with words. E being purely a 5 needs plenty of freedom all the time. Repeatees need constant activity, new people, new places and new situations all the time. E activated during a peak cycle can be indicative of marriage, and with repeatees, you can be married more than once because you might often strongly tend to act upon your impulses. N is a 14 by 5, N can be opinionated and would only change its mind once it is thoroughly convinced. N also has very out of the box imaginations and a strength with words, but negative feelings like envy, jealousy, etc. need to be overcome first. N activated during a peak cycle can also widen your horizons and bring you a lot of new opportunities, and there is also a possibility of a lot of travel and sometimes concern over financial matters. People with N as a repeat letter or a special letter must control their impulses, as that might affect their marriage. However, if N is placed with a G or a T, that can be subdued to a great extent. W is a 23-5. With the 2 and 3, emotions become very important for the W. Also, as 3 and 5 are acting together, the person might beautifully express himself and become doubly attractive and doubly charming at this time. Like all the other 5s, W2 has a lot of out-of-the-box ideas and needs to meet a lot of people, visit loads of new places. W activated during a peak cycle can bring a lot of highs and lows, but all of it would finally result in growth. It also brings strong possibilities towards getting married, but the impulsive aspect of W has to be controlled. F, O and X are the 6s. F is purely a 6 and shows pure 6 characteristics. 6 is a very home-loving, righteous and family-oriented number. F coming at the peak cycle brings a lot of attention towards the home front. Accommodations must be willingly accepted or they might make you feeling depressed. Care has to be taken to avoid nervousness and heart diseases. O is a 15-6, that is 1 and 5 reducing to a 6. But 1 and 5 both are pretty strong and individualistic numbers, hence O2 is very righteous and very strong-willed. However, any of the 6s when go negative find a lot of pleasure in other people's misfortune, and this tendency must be checked. O activated during a peak cycle can be a time of strong emotional experiences with long-held views that might be changing at this point of time. Changes in the views might in turn bring radical changes in the lifestyle as well. Sometimes you might be finding yourself in a position where a lot of responsibilities are placed on you. The materialistic side of life would also be active during this time, and you might be making a lot of materialistic gains. O also has interests in religion, so prayers and meditation of any kind can be very helpful during an O running phase. And finally, we have the X, and X is a 24-6. 24-6 is suggestive of growing charm and magnetism. With an activated X during a peak cycle, you tend to easily attract people sexually and receive favors from a lot of people. You make a lot of materialistic gains as well. But X comes with a little warning. The way X is open towards receiving favors, X is also open towards giving it away. As a matter of fact, X is open from all sides. Most importantly, X has to specially guard against sexual overindulgence. X also activates the factor of deception. Unconventional situations in groups must be avoided. Activities like trekking, etc. must be taken with a lot of care and attention. Numerology is a tool which helps us understand the infinite possibilities in the universe. Universe is a part of us, and in the universe we are. To bring about a change in the universe, we have to bring about a change in us. It is important to know that no tool, however much sophisticated it is, can limit the possibilities of the limitless.